So everybody's talking shit. Drake won this, Kendrick won that. Today what we're gonna do is we're gonna re-listen to all the songs, we're gonna rank all the songs, and we're gonna decide who actually won this bullshit. We're not gonna go through the lyrics, we're just gonna fucking listen to it because it's been a few days and we've already fucking seen the breakdown of the lyrics and shit. So obviously the first song that started this whole shit was Like That. So let's get it poppin'. Let's get it poppin'.
She think Christian's at it, bitch, shit.
Say it's a lot of goofies with a check. I mean, I hope them sentiments symbolic. My temperament bipolar, I choose violence.
Alright, so honestly, listening to Like That and listening to Kendrick's verse, I'm gonna have to put it at like B tier. Because it's just a little poke, it's just a little jab, it's nothing too serious. He's just saying, fuck the big three, it's big me. Yeah, he throws little jabs here and there at Drake and at J. Cole. But looking back at it now, I feel like it's more pushed at Drake more than J. Cole. I don't know how you feel about that.
No, I think it's a solid shot towards everybody. Kendrick just came out here saying like, stop putting me in this big three conversation because it's not big three. I'm better than you guys. I'm putting in more work than you guys. My music is infinitely better than you. Stop lumping me into you because I'm not like you guys. I'm better. Like you not like that. You not like me.
Yeah.
Solid diss. Solid.
Where would you put it in the rankings?
I'll put it in. It's still one of my favorites out of like the songs I've dropped.
Yeah, me too.
And I go back to it like very frequently. So I'll put it A or S tier.
I'm grading it based off diss wise. I feel like I'm gonna keep it at B. If I was rating it like more listen wise, I'd put it probably like at A just because that shit's a fucking pop. Metro went crazy, Future went crazy, but at the same time it's not Kendrick's song. Like it was just a feature. So we're going chronologically, so the next shit that came out aside from 7 Minute Drill is gonna be push-ups. So we're gonna spin that shit now. I would really try to keep it PG.
If you ever put academics in a song, it automatically like bumps it down 50 points.
Oh yeah. I mean,
so why sample academics?
I mean, I get why, right? But
because he's the only one who would write for him.
Yeah, and like honestly, having that little top 5 you smoking on Kendrick, that's like a perfect little
that's
ad lib, I guess.
It's funny, but it's still academics. I think academics sucks ass.
Drake was talking his shit. He was going at everybody who was going at him. You gotta think about it, because everybody who was on the Metro Future album, or at least most of the people, were talking shit to Drake. And like over the years, people have been throwing, and you know, Drake has been throwing them back too, like little subliminal shots here and there. But I think Drake did really good. I think Drake was talking his shit. I think the song was catchy as fuck, right? Because you know that's what Drake does best. Not saying he was lyrically getting the best of Kendrick, but that Maroon 5 and Swifty little line, I thought it was really good. Yo, this dude is fucking, I don't know what's going on with that white truck in the front, bro. I feel like he was keeping everything light until he brought up Whitney, which is of course his fucking wife. I'm gonna have to place it in A, bro. Nothing too crazy, and it was his own song. It wasn't like a feature, it wasn't just like a little jab. He was actually like hitting back.
Yeah, I like Drake's energy on the song, but I'm gonna put it in B tier mainly because I feel like Family Matters, his energy and like the way he was more vicious in that song. Here he was more playful, but at the same time he's not really saying much, just calling Kendrick short. It's good because like I haven't heard Drake rap like this with this type of energy in like years, so it's like good to like finally see him do something like this. But in retrospect, re-listening to this, it doesn't hit as much as it does the first time around. It loses its impact. Not because I think Drake lost or anything, but just because I feel like Family Matters is like a more vicious and more aggressive song. It's more entertaining too, in a really messed up way. Whereas Like That, I'm going back to Like That like every other day.
You know what, I'm gonna have to agree with you. I'm gonna have to agree with you. I'll change it back to B, just because I know Family Matters hits way more. Family Matters hits way more, and this one, like you said, not that it's forgettable, but I definitely remember Family Matters more. I'm still hearing Drake whisper some lines into my head to this day.
Yeah, like it doesn't hit as as a back to back, because when the back to back dropped, it was like iconic, it was catchy, it was something that you wanted to go back to listen to. I don't go back and listen to push-ups more very often.
Me neither.
It's just it's just, to me it's just seen as the Drake response. It's not seen as like
I feel that though, to be honest.
even if nothing happened after that song, let's say Family Matters and Euphoria didn't drop, and it was just Like That and Push-Ups, I would still take Like That as a better diss and a better song in this whole like situation.
I wouldn't, to be honest, just because I feel like Drake goes deeper on Push-Ups. Like Kendrick just pokes the bear, but the bear is at least a little awake on fucking Push-Ups. Not as aggro as he gets on Family Matters, but I definitely think that Drake made the better diss compared to Like That, just because he had a whole song to do it and because he had more to say, I guess.
He had a diss, but he also spent the other part of the song like this and everybody else.
Yeah,
like,
that's
in
true.
terms of Kendrick. So it's kind of like they both gave each other like a verse in a way.
Yeah, but I feel like Drake dedicated more time, obviously, because it wasn't Kendrick's song, on Push-Ups. But honestly, I still take Like That over Push-Ups, just because of the fucking beat and because I think Kendrick has more memorable lines. Like fuck the big three, it's just big me.
And because Future said he has Drake's bitch twirling on his dick.
Yeah. So the next song in the lineup was Euphoria, right?
No, it was the Taylor Gang.
Oh, Taylor Made, yeah.
Yeah. You can see them eyes.
Like this shit just sounds whack, bro. I don't like the beat. That shit is D tier. That shit is fucking D tier. It's not just because of the AI, right? And okay, if you're gonna do the AI voices over your own voice, at least rap it in their cadence, right? Try to rap it how they would rap it in their flows.
It sounds really weird hearing Tupac rap like Drake.
Yeah, it's just Drake's flow. That's just like the most off-putting thing about the fucking using the AIs. I think it just sounds more pathetic that you're rapping and you just put the AI voice over your voice. I really got him now. I'm gonna use his idols' voices over my voice. I really got him with this one. And the whole song, Drake is basically just saying, you're not West Coast, you're weak, you're trash, we disown you from West Coast rap. And then when Drake hops on, he's just saying, you've been real quiet, Kendrick. Where you been at, buddy? I dropped my diss. Where you at, man?
Drake comes off really corny in this song.
Yeah.
He tried to have like another back-to-back moment, but here he just comes off very desperate and for Kendrick to respond.
And I think the beat is whack as fuck.
That's my first time hearing the song since it dropped.
Me too.
And yeah, it's weak, man. It's D tier. Instead of having Tupac rap in a Drake flow, why not Drake just use his own voice and rap in a Tupac flow, and then we'd be able to hear like, oh, he's sounding kind of like Tupac, and he's like,
and not just that, like, and he would be embodying like the West Coast
he'd be like copying the energy and trying to, and like using like the mind, like I guess I know why he used the AI to try to get into Kendrick's head.
But honestly, if I was Kendrick, I'd be like, he's using AI. What a fucking cringe lord, bro.
It's very ironic how Drake uses AI in the song.
Yes.
But him and his team took down the very like popular AI Drake and Weeknd song that came out on TikTok. Somebody posted.
Now that he can use it to his advantage, he wants to use AI. Next up is Euphoria. I don't even have to say anything. That's an S tier. That's an S tier.
I listen to this song almost every day,
bro,
for no reason. Great replay value considering that the song is like 6 minutes long. It doesn't feel like it. The build up to it, the beat switches.
Dude, yes, that's what I was gonna say, dude. It's the amount of memorable lines and the amount of fucking flow switches he has, and just how like you can hear the energy. Like he fucks around and he's like, you know about that, or when he's like crony, and it's not even that. Dude, all the fucking bars he has in this song, I remember, and I've been repeating to myself over the time since these songs have came out.
Kendrick came here like a big bro trying to little brother Drake, and
not trying to, because he did, for sure.
Well, he little bro Drake. He's like, bro, shut up. This had such like clever wordplay, clever bars, insane flows. The approach that Drake took towards Kendrick is like saying a lot of shit about him in a very defensive tone.
Yeah.
Like everything he was saying was like just like in defense of himself. Like I want to say he was confident.
It was more
in the way
what was it called? Insecure. The point that I wanted to get across is like you could tell that Kendrick is going at Drake where he thinks his biggest insecurities are.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure Drake doesn't like. Yeah, he plays into it, but I'm pretty sure Drake doesn't really like the internet calling him zesty.
He doesn't like. He doesn't like anything that the internet makes fun of us for.
Yeah, Drake doesn't like being light skinned in the.
He doesn't like being light skinned. He doesn't like being called soft.
So he's like, we don't want to hear you say the N-word no more. That's like, even if Kendrick doesn't mean it, like that's just like it's gonna fucking piss him off. You can be cheesing, fam. So the next one is 616 in LA. What I like most about that track is that I don't know, to me it reminds me of like, it gives me like Good Kid, Mad City vibes, or like To Pimp a Butterfly vibes. Like I feel like it's a song that Kendrick would have on his album.
I would also agree. I would put it in A. Also, response to like what Drake has been doing leading up to that, which like posting Instagram memes.
Yeah.
Being like, oh, where are you at, man? We're waiting on you, I guess. Drake being annoying on the internet. Again, Kendrick calls him out for like, not for what he's done, but like who, the type of person he is. Like, oh, bro, your memes are running out of steam. You're desperate. There's people in your circle who don't fuck with you. Drake has made several songs in the past talking about how he's paranoid, how he has no friends in the industry, how he's worried out like about being compromised.
What I also like about it, and I think is the best part about the diss, is that Drake released it on Instagram. He didn't release it on streaming services, only on Instagram. Why? What happens after every fucking diss track? Drake goes on Instagram and he's like, oh, where Kendrick at? That shit was weak, that shit was whack. He basically played it like his own fucking...
Why are you responding on Instagram?
Yeah.
Why?
That's another thing. I feel like
go to the studio.
All these diss tracks and shit on Drake's side would be way more effective if he would just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
If he would just let his rapping do the talking, but he's not.
Like, what are you 16?
I also like how this was also like a parallel to Tailor Made Freestyle. This was like, oh, where you at? Where you at? I dropped my response and I'm gonna drop another one. Where you at? Basically telling Drake the same shit.
Yeah.
Playing his game.
Playing his game. Like, this was more like mind games from Kendrick's point of view. Like, 616 in LA. You know,
yeah, playing on Drake's titles. Honestly, as a song, to me, it's a B. Just because, like you said, there's no really like memorable lines or anything like that. But what boosts it up to an A is like all the shit that we were saying. The little mind games that he's playing with Drake is the reason why I think it elevates it to A, in my opinion. I think the song is cool. I think it's a good song, but it's nothing crazy like how Like That is, or like how Euphoria is.
This is also the first time we got to see the glove. The infamous black glove.
Yeah, it's a little teaser.
Yeah, that's the cover art of this, and I initially thought that it was like a reference to like OJ Simpson.
Oh yeah,
saying that the glove doesn't fit. Yeah. So like, oh, that
I can't be. It could have been me because the glove doesn't fit. Another thing that I think is crazy, which at the end of the day, we don't know what Kendrick fucking meant when he put 616 as the title. But I think it's really funny how like so many things line up with that day. Father's Day, was it OJ's trial?
OJ's trial.
OJ's trial.
Yeah, there was like 7 different theories on what 616 meant.
And this is the craziest thing to me, right? This is some nerd shit, right? There's a chapter of One Piece on chapter 616. It's titled like something revenge. So I think Kendrick reads One Piece. I think Kendrick is a nakama. I think he reads One Piece. I think
The next one is...
The next one's Family Matters,
Family
right?
Matters, yeah.
I said it, I know that you mad. I've emptied the clip over friendly or jabs. You mentioned my seed, now deal with his dad. I gotta go bad.
Did he just say the N-word? That's gonna go easy S tier for me. Easy S tier. Drake's flows was fucking crazy. The beat switches were crazy. Drake was still talking his shit to everybody because, you get Rick Ross made the diss track on him and Drake hadn't responded yet. And, Drake just had like a bunch of funny ass lines. Like, I mean, I know domestic abuse isn't funny, but it kind of is in this movie. No, I'm just kidding. It's a funny line. I know domestic abuse isn't funny, but him saying, oh, is it self-defense if you put your hands on your girl because she's bigger than you? Like, you gotta admit, that's a funny bar. I'm not saying domestic abuse is funny. It's just a funny bar. It's a funny twist.
Cancel this, man.
It's a funny twist. Whatever, it's a funny bar. In my opinion, the only big red button he had was saying, you beat your wife. Even though Kendrick said he debunked it back then, but it's still up in the air to some people.
This is the most like super villain energy that I heard Drake on ever. He came in with like this like aggressive energy, ready to take everybody down. Oh, you're trying to take me down? Well, I'm gonna bring you down with me,
Yeah. Him starting off by saying the N-word at the beginning of the song is basically like a fuck you to Kendrick. Like, I'm gonna say what I want. I'm black enough to say it.
Even though he lost his N-word card.
Even though it's been revoked.
Yeah, it's a good response. It's the best response Drake has done in this beef.
For sure.
He came with his like very super villain energy. Even though on the video
I was about to say, I think that video adds way more.
The video like really helps out the song because like seeing the Good Kitty Mad City van, them repoing it and crushing it, That was great.
It is
that
funny.
that
It's petty and funny.
yeah, like that was great. I love that because it's also like playing mind games, not to Kendrick, but more so to his fans, saying like, look, like I'm gonna get this like really iconic like piece of Kendrick's discography or like Kendrick's like image, and just destroy it.
I feel like Drake's energy on this one is more elevated than on Push-Ups and Taylor Made Freestyle.
While it was nice, I don't think it like matches Euphoria. Euphoria was more of a like vicious takedown of like stripping Drake's character to the core.
Actually, you're right.
Whereas
You're right,
this
you're right,
one,
you're right.
it's just like rehashing the same stuff that he's already said about Kendrick,
Yeah.
while also saying, hey, by the way, did you guys know that he beats his wife?
Yeah.
And did you guys know that Dave Free is actually the father of his kid? Nobody knows anything right now. Nobody has proof of anything. But
I think what carries Drake heavily is how catchy he makes shit.
this is the most entertaining that Drake has been with his flows and with his approach and his delivery in the song.
The next one is Meet the Grams. This shit is demonic. I know a lot of people were memeing before the beef started, like, oh, the only thing Kendrick can say is that he has another kid. But the memes were fucking true.
This is always gonna be a tough listen. The most disrespectful diss track, the most evil diss track I've ever heard on someone. Because like outside of the revealing that he has a daughter shit, this is just such an analysis, a breakdown of who Drake is as a person, and that's what all of Kendrick's tracks have been up until this point. He doesn't take any low blows. Up until this point, he like just tells him like, you try so hard to be accepted. You're not the person you claim to be. Dear Adonis, I'm sorry that man is your father.
Starting it off like that is just like crazy. Because like imagine, not even Adonis, imagine you're his mom hearing this. Imagine you're Drake's dad hearing this shit. Like what must you think? What must they think?
Those two lines alone are stronger and more evil and more like hurtful than anything Drake has said in Family Matters. Like I feel like
all the shit that Kendrick says doesn't matter to me. It's the way that he came at Drake, the way that he as like a letter to like all of his family members. And I like how he's even trying to alienate like people who Drake is friends with. He's like, LeBron, keep the family away. Curry, keep the family away. If you associate with him, you're a fucking weirdo pervert like he is to me. Yeah, the beat's like a nightmare. The piano, how it keeps looping like the same few like chords.
This song sounds like an eternal nightmare, like just facing all your demons, facing your sins, everything you've done. And like if I was Drake and this song was directed to me, I think I'd start crying.
Dude, I wish I could see Drake's reaction.
He called you out for having a pill problem, getting liposuction, having a drinking problem, running a sex ring with your crew, and that's not far out because this guy Baca was arrested for sex trafficking. So if one person and you're cool with him still. And here we also see like the infamous glove picture, like the full picture, which I also thought was a crazy genius move. How when it was first uploaded to Instagram, people were like wondering like, oh, what's that glove? Is that like, what does that mean? People talked about it for a bit, but not many like went into full detail and it didn't get that much attention. But now that this song came out and like you see the full picture and it's actually like one of Drake's gloves with like prescription pills next to it. Like apparently, I don't know if the story is legit, but apparently it was stolen off a briefcase from Drake's dad. These pills are prescribed to Drake for Ozempic.
I don't think it's even about that. It's just the fact that it's like Kendrick saying, I'm inside your house. I'm in your walls. But easy S tier for me. What about you?
Yeah, S tier, man. This is ruthless.
Yeah. And the next one is Not Like Us. Again, I'm gonna have to say easy S tier. Kendrick beat fucking Drake at his own game.
The fattest S tier.
Yeah. Like I've had this song on repeat for fucking days. Ever since it came out, I've had it on repeat.
This was the nail in the coffin for this beef. Like it's over. Shit is officially done because Kendrick won already. There's something you could say like him using the cover art of Predator app and then seeing all the Predator icons on Drake's house. Holy shit, that's funny as hell. There's been patterns of like this type of behavior all throughout his career. So for him to finally like get called out in like in a public setting, really like puts the pressure on him. Like, yo, what's up with this? What are you actually doing, man?
Yeah, that's it. You beat Drake at his own game. People were saying, oh, Kendrick is just lyrical. He can't make a good song.
He can't make a hit. No, this is. I saw like this is like the #1 fastest like Spotify hip hop single or something like that.
They got academics bumping his head to this shit. That's the thing that I think people like fail to realize. It's not that Drake isn't black enough or that Drake isn't black. It's just that he's not hood enough to be saying the shit that he says.
He hasn't lived the lifestyle that these other rap artists have done or have lived.
I saw this like clip of Lil Wayne in an interview, and Lil Wayne was saying, Drake, stay talking about the shit that you talk about.
Keep it Canadian.
Yeah, keep it Canadian.
Keep
Don't
it
try
Canadian.
to.
Like going back to Euphoria, I like it when Drake sings. Him trying to be hard and like making songs with 21 and Lil Baby and talking about like
I almost had to reach for my waist. Like what?
dude, you're on Degrassi. You got shot on Degrassi.
All the
This
shit,
is damage control.
all the shit that Drake was saying, like, oh, like we planted a mole, like we did all this shit, we fucking made you believe this shit. Drake is so petty that he would have had that shit recorded. He would have had the whole thing recorded.
Yeah,
just
I don't
like
understand the angle of like, oh well, I'm behind all of this. I gave you the information. Why'd you let it sit the whole weekend? Why didn't you come out instantly? And since you're on Instagram all the time, why didn't you post a screenshot of like your people sending Kendrick's people like, yo, like why didn't you do that? Why'd you just let it sit the whole weekend and let people call you?
It's also like, okay, maybe Drake was trying to play into the character, but why would you post on your Instagram, wow, this dude's in shambles. He thinks I have a second daughter. They're getting desperate out here. It's like, why even post that in the first place? That's why in my head, Drake saw like all the people saying like this shit. He liked the comment of like that he planned this whole shit. I think he just got it from the internet, because why would that be your first reaction if you planned it? I don't know Drake, but you know Drake well enough that he would have everything recorded. He would have all the receipts. He would make sure Kendrick looked like the biggest fucking idiot he did by posting a music video. He had a music video for Family Matters, but not this. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, I don't. It wouldn't surprise me if he does have a daughter, because I mean, you already got caught once.
Yeah.
Outside of the daughter shit, he didn't address anything else. He didn't address the fact that you might be running a sex ring.
Or you like underage girls.
Or
I'm too famous for that. Let me give you a fucking list of all the famous, wealthy.
I'm too rich, and I'm too famous to be a pedophile.
And it's
so
the
I
most
can't be a
famous
pedophile.
and wealthiest people in the world that are doing this shit.
So was Diddy.
Yeah.
So was R. Kelly, man.
Yeah.
It's totally not 4 days later.
We totally didn't go to a rock festival and lose our voices to Slipknot and shit like that. But back to the hard part 6. It was ass. I think I placed it in D tier. It belongs there. It's been a couple days and I think some shit has come out and Drake was lying. Kendrick, the guy who took the picture for Kendrick with the pills and all that shit, came out and said some shit. I don't really know. It's just what I've been hearing. I haven't really looked into it deeply as much as I should. But that just proves how desperate Drake was to fucking lie and get everybody off his ass. And now he's just posting on Instagram like nothing happened. Like, I wish he would shut the fuck up for a little bit. I think this will go down as one of the best rap beefs in history. And I guess only time will tell to see what happens to Drake and Kendrick. Whether more shit comes out or nothing ever comes out and people just have the music to decide for themselves and shit. But I feel like a lot of people are choosing Kendrick's side. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this ranking video. I know we're gonna get it out pretty fucking late because, you know, I've kind of been busy. I'll see you in the next one. Peace! Peace!